Our next story is about Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore. They traveled to space in June 2024. That's how long back this was. They spent Christmas and New Year in space. And there is still no clarity in a way on when they will return to Earth, even after all this time. What is keeping them in space? Let's get you all up to speed in case you've not been following the developments. It all started on the 5th of June 2024 to be precise, when Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore blasted off to space as test pilots on Boeing's new Starliner craft. 24 hours later, they arrived at the International Space Station. However, the mission was already off to a rather shaky start. The Starliner experienced issues with its thrusters and faced helium leaks. As a result, the astronaut duo, who were initially scheduled to be in space for only 8 days, ended up becoming stuck in space. Their spacecraft was deemed unreliable for a safe return home, leading to an extended wait. The astronauts remained aboard the space station for 2 months while Boeing conducted tests on the vehicle. Eventually, the Starliner returned safely in the first week of September, but it did so empty-handed. Boeing and NASA decided it was too risky to put the astronauts' lives in jeopardy, which is why their stay in space was extended. In late September, SpaceX launched 2 astronauts on the Crew 9 mission. Instead of the usual 4 astronauts that typically travel to space, the 2 empty seats were reserved for Williams and Wilmore, who were scheduled to return, but their return would be 5 months later, in February 2025. Fast forward to today, after spending all that time in space, there is still no clarity in a way on when they will be brought back home. The Crew 9 spacecraft was supposed to return in February with Williams, Wilmore, and the 2 astronauts who flew to space in September. However, Crew 9 cannot return without the next mission, Crew 10, reaching space. Unfortunately, Crew 10 is delayed and is now expected to launch only in late March. And as a result, Williams and Wilmore will have to spend an additional 2 months orbiting the Earth. Just for context, here's how things work at the space station. The existing crew must hand over their duties to the new crew before departing for Earth. In this case, the new crew has not yet arrived. Although astronauts are well prepared and adequately trained, a prolonged stay in space does raise concerns. Extended time in space can affect the human body and its functioning, impacting everything from blood flow to heart muscles, bone density. And to counter these effects, astronauts need to spend more than 2 hours a day exercising. Meanwhile, Sunita Williams is breaking records in space. She has now spent a total of 543 days in space, making her the second most experienced US astronaut. And very soon, she will be performing 2 spacewalks in addition to the 7 spacewalks she has completed in the past. Spacewalks are typically carried out to inspect and repair hardware on the external parts of the space station. In a recent in a recent video, Williams has spoken about their prolonged space stay and her work up there. Listen in.
It's just been a joy to be working up here, particularly with our counterparts on the other end of the space station. It's just a great team, and no, it doesn't feel like we're cast away. Yeah, eventually we want to go home because we left our families a little while ago, but we have a lot to do while we're up here. We've got to get all that stuff done before we go home.